hello. Happy Sunday, y'all. Let's click the right picture. Hi, guys. Happy Sunday. It's been a week. I feel like I start all my lives like that, but it's been a busy week. How about y'all? And welcome to August. Hello. Where did January through July go? And all the J months and all the other months in between, right? Let me know that you can hear me, see me. Let's see who's joining us today. We've got Loretta and Sandy and Mary and Nanette and Brenda, Pam, Bonnie, Debbie, Lori, Kathy. Hello, guys, and Beverly, Carrie, Kathy McLean. Thanks for being here. Carrie, Janet Mills, Deb Daniker. Hello, my friend. And Jackie, Charlene, Donna Baker. Hello, hello, and welcome to Sundays in the Studio with me, Sandy. Hello, Linda. You can hear and see me great. Hello, Joan. Hi, Debbie Sears. Hi, Nancy. Who else did I? Hi, Carol. Good to see you guys on. We've got people coast to coast, a couple international. Oh, something is, it's my hair. So, is it hot in Georgia? Funny enough, right now we have had some rainstorms last night and off and on today. Right now it is 73 degrees, which is fine. It's humid, but it's been gray and overcast all day, so. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you for sprinkling, Debbie. And Marianne, I'm glad you found the Sunday one. Yes, it's confusing, I know sometimes, especially if you're in my membership group, to know which page that I'm going to be on. Hello, Linda Dristas. Let's see. You've got a birthday this week. It's your birthday week. Hi, Virginia. Hi, Cindy and Denise. Hi, Judy Thacker. Okay, so just a real quick call out. How many of y'all are going to OKC Painting Palooza? If you're not sure what I'm talking about, these are the dates. It is in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I am teaching 3 classes and I have a 10 by 30 booth. Going to be a ton of fun. There's still time to register. So if you are in the area and you're able to go, give them a call. Look it up online. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Ann. I know you guys are. Yes, I wish I was. Yes, maybe plan for next year. Next year, I think, is their 10th anniversary year, if I'm not mistaken. Windows open, letting the fresh air in. Isn't that nice, Donna, when you can do that and just looking for some go-go boots. It's your birthday month. No cooking all month. I love it. I'm sure your darling husband will cook for you. Yay, Dee, I'll see you there. Awesome. Look forward to that, Pam. Hi, Pat. Hi, Linda. So yes, there are very few painting conventions still going on. And funny enough, I have a really good friend that I used to bowl with. We were on the same bowling team and in Nebraska. And she makes the most amazing baskets, like, you know, with the reeds and everything. And weaves these beautiful baskets. And when I had my kiln and was doing ceramics, I would make her little tie-ons that could go into, you could weave them onto the basket. So I remember I did one that was like the top of an iris. And so there was a slit and a slit, and you could put the reed through it for the top of the flower. And then for the leaves and the stem, she did green reeds, which was beautiful. Anyway, long story short, why I'm telling you this is I was surprised she was just at a basket making convention. And then I started thinking, well, I mean, there are so many other creative things that you can do, creative outlets, hobbies, whatever. And I'm sure there's a convention for all of them, right? So, but we got there about 9 o'clock and the park was so full. Oh my goodness. Well, the zoo sounds fun, Loretta. Yes, it is very sad. Unfortunately, guys, you know, if they can't make them work with the people and then maybe make a little bit of money on hosting it, it's just not feasible. However, I'm still a firm believer that there are millions out there that want to create and paint. So hopefully I'll see you at OKC next year, or the painting expo in Alabama. I will be posting a lot about that when I get back from OKC. And then there's also NET, New England Traditions, which I don't believe I have on here. Sorry, I really should update this. But no, New England Traditions is in Massachusetts. It's in October. And and then there used to be quite a few of them in Canada as well. My favorite, I knew you were going to say that, Linda Dristas, of all of them, I love OKC. I love the community part of it, like decorating the booth and then the attendees to dress up on Wednesday night. I love that there's an auction. I love the community feel of OKC. Because the only other convention I had been to that was similar to that was World of Color, which David Vernon put on. And I mean, he pampered people left and right. It was a great convention, short-lived, unfortunately, not well attended for the time and effort put into it. But it was such a great event. So again, OKC, just right up there. I loved Chattanooga last year, the expo. And I know that this coming year, next year, 2026, that the Painting Expo is going to be even better because Cole and her team are putting all that in the works and getting things ironed out early. But creative painting, that was my very first convention that I went to and took a class. And then took classes, I should say. And then I went to Hoot in 2012, and then in 2013, I submitted to teach to both and was selected. And ever since then, I've been teaching at the national conventions. But I always try and take classes too. I've gotten a little too busy now with the amount of classes I have and the booth that I'm not able to take the classes that I'd like to, but I really would love to. So thank you, Sue. Yes, Vegas was amazing. I so miss it. Oh, I don't know. Oh, in the Portland one, yes, 2026, end of April. I did see they changed their date, I think, right? So it's a smaller convention, but again, if you're on the northwest, there are people going to that convention though from the East Coast. I think the special event, Linda O'Connell, who's in Long Island, New York, and Jamie Mills Price, I believe, are doing the special event. Anyway, and Hoot was amazing. I still have some of my longtime painting friends from the Hoot convention. Whether they were a student or monitor or the faculty, the board, there are so many people that I still, am connected with, and I love that. So, yes, I thought Chattanooga was great. So, but they're a lot of work. They're a lot of work, and it takes a lot of money to put those things on. If you've ever tried to host something in your little town, if it's big or not, I live in a small town, but even to rent a hotel room, classroom type thing is pricey. So that will tell you. Let me turn my fan on. It's probably gonna blow my hair, but I'm hot. Come on now. There we go. Alrighty, maybe new events will pop up. I know. I don't remember Extra V. Wow, I've never heard of that, Carol. There used to be one in Houston too, and I never went to those. Because, you know, my husband was military. We lived... I will be at Net, Lori. Yes, I will be at Net. Hello, Teresa. Okay, guys. So it is 4:10. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is Sundays in the studio with me, Sandy McTeer. Welcome into my studio, which is cluttered. It's a little organized from what you can see there, but when you look out there, not so much. I am in the throes of getting things together for Oklahoma. And my classes, everything is done, which is great. Last is all of my booth things and the new things. So if you have waited, let me see if I have it. Again, I really need to update. And sometimes I do, but then they don't keep it. So I need to find out why. But anyway, so I did trees, a trio of trees, a trio of pumpkins. Those surfaces and packets will be available at OKC. Let me just do a PSA real quick. Public service announcement, if you don't know what that is. If you're going to OKC and you know that there are things on my website that you want, why don't you order them before Tuesday at noon? I will bring them to you. You will get your little freebie goodies that go in it, and you won't have to pay 9 point whatever sales tax for Oklahoma. It's almost 10%. So just letting you know, I've got a pile over there of orders that are being brought with me. So, excuse me. Hi, Peg. Hi, Carol Colbert. Good to see you. I've never heard of that convention, Carol. So... Oh my goodness, Lori, that's awesome. Yes, I will be at Net. I'm teaching 4 classes. I don't have a booth at Net. It's my first time going as well. And so then after that, I'm going to do the New England Trail, visit my son in Connecticut, which I'm excited about because I have not seen him in forever. October last year, which is way too long to see your baby. Love the painting over your right shoulder. This is my right shoulder, so I don't know, because while the words are the right way, I think it might be, just tell me which painting you mean. The big one up there, Joan, or the seascape over there, which I did, 2 weeks ago? Hi, Carol. Yes, I'm excited about Net. Have not been, but have heard lots of great things. One of the reasons I was never able to submit was because I was always in Taiwan. So, hi, Debbie. I was always in Taiwan teaching, which I so miss. Hi, Carol Jones. So, I was in Taiwan, and then I would come home, and I'd be home for maybe a day or 2 or 3 if I was lucky. And then the beach scene. Oh, I'll tell you that in a second, Jen. So between, Net being early in October, and then me going to Taiwan, which is on the heels of that, and then OKC, I was never able to work it in. There were days that I was home one day, I unpacked, I did laundry. The next day I packed my car and I drove to OKC with Barb. So Joan, the seascape, I did on a live 2 weeks ago. So you'll be able to see that on my YouTube channel, okay? So Mystic Village in Connecticut. I thought you said Mystic Pizza. If you've never seen that movie, I love that movie, with Julia Roberts, and they work at a pizza place called Mystic Pizza. Love it. Anyway, hello, Donna Pultz. It's an excuse to get lobster rolls, right? Anything to get lobster rolls. Okay, let's do Happy Meal giveaways, okay? So real quick, I was not live last Sunday because I was getting ready for OKC. I'm still getting ready for OKC, but I will not be live the next 2 Sundays, all right? I will be live on my Sandy McTeer Designs page and hopefully on YouTube if I can get it to work to do both. From OKC, just kind of a shout out, maybe doing a booth walkthrough. I will let you guys know too that the, the Wi-Fi connection isn't real great or strong. So a lot of times when you're viewing the lives from there, they pause. So I might do a video and just upload it. Not sure, but I would love to do live. So you saw that movie too, Nancy? Yes. Oh, I can't wait, Donna. I look forward to seeing you and Rich. Okay, so Happy Meal. It's a great movie, right? I love it. Okay, so Happy Meal number 1. I'm so glad she's here. She's new to the channel, which I did not know. But welcome, welcome. And just message me go to my website, which is right here, sandymcteerdesigns.com. Go to my website and click that contact button and send me your mailing address, all right? Now, I leave Friday next week. So I did put a notice on my website that any orders after Tuesday will not be shipped until like the 20th. So 15 days there. Because I will be packing my car and getting ready, and then I need a day to get home and pack orders and cut and do whatever, okay? So, anyway, go to my website, let me know your mailing address, and I will get this shipped off to you. And it's Kathy McLean. I just saw over on YouTube, you said you're new here. I think I saw that you're from Texas. Where did I see that? Yes, East Texas. All righty. So I've been to Texas many times to teach. I was just there in Sherman. I've been to Houston, been to the Arlington area. And then next month I am painting with the Boots and Brushes club chapter painting ladies on Zoom. So, okay, Happy Meal number 2. Janet Mills. Now, Janet, I know that you live in Oklahoma, right? So let me know if I can bring yours to you instead of mailing it. And if you're going to be at OKC. If you're not, I will mail it, okay? And then third, Elizabeth Allard would like to see a walkthrough at OKC. That is my plan. Donna, my tongue is very sore. And she's talking about because I did a group lesson on Thursday and my tongue was shredded. I know it's citrus. I know it's chips. I know it's salsa. I know it's the things that I love. And my water bottle has lemon in it the whole time. So my tongue is just constantly shredded. So yes, I do plan to do a walkthrough, whether it's live or recorded, okay? So I will do that. All right, let's come over to here. All righty. What did I see? I was all set to go to nap, but unfortunately family issues. Aw, Beverly, I'm sad I won't be able to see you there. Hopefully next year or maybe in Alabama. Yes, you may bring it. Yes. And I'm ordering also before Tuesday. Wonderful, Janet. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to write myself a note because guess what? I was like a hummingbird flittering around this morning and my husband goes, what are you doing? So I'm going to write, bring to OKC with order. And you know how sometimes you're multitasking, but then you know the multitasking is going to maybe lead to errors if you're multitasking too many things. And so I am a classic case of 20 tabs open. And so, and I'm still not 100% used to him being home and retired and working for me. So he'll come in the room and he'll say my name and I jump and, you know, and of course he giggles, or he'll just stand there and then he'll say something, or I see him out of the corner of my eye and I jump. I'm just like, anywho, so hello, Beverly Winkleman. Good to see you. Did you paint the bee or moth with the palette next to the beach scene? I did. So I don't know what the back of my hair looks like. It always looks like a ratted nest. But this one is on my YouTube channel. This one I winged it. I did, I had a stencil that I used and created the bee with the stencil. But it is on my YouTube channel. So if you go and you just put bee, when you search my videos, it should come up. Okay, I love that one though. Anyway, so, which leads me to my next Happy Mail giveaways for the next couple weeks. Okay, so this is the thing. I have a lot of content on my YouTube channel. I would really love to build my YouTube channel. Welcome to the world with them being home. Right? Right, I love the flowers and the wings. Okay, so I'm going to be gone the next 2 weeks. I will not be able to do a live on Sunday. So I have a lot of content on YouTube. I hope that you will go to my YouTube channel if you're not already here. If you don't subscribe, please hit subscribe. And click that bell so that you are notified when I go live. Because again, if I go live from Oklahoma, you might be able to catch it live. The other thing is I really would like to build up that community on YouTube, because Facebook only houses the videos for 30 days. And once the videos are gone, they're gone. Now, I probably could upload them, but I've been doing that for my membership group. And let me just say, it's very tasking. So as long as there's another option, which is YouTube, I will not be uploading this again to my Facebook page. Does that make sense? So even though sometimes I get a little bit of, you know, pennies from going live. So anyway, all right. I'm not sure. Oh, the one below it. This one? Are you talking about this one? Okay. So I know I shared this with you guys before, but silicone molds. I did this, oh my gosh, last year, I think. Silicone molds, hot glue, painted it with the Deco Earth paints, black, and then I just dry brushed it. And I love that. What I love about it is it's flexible, so I could wrap that around a candle and give it as a gift, but it's in my studio. And I also have, oh, where is it? I haven't painted it yet. I think I shared this with you guys. So my friend sent me this silicone mold because she knows I love dragonflies, bees, and butterflies. And I have a butterfly one. And that's the dragonfly one. I have not painted it yet, but am looking forward to it. And then, oops, I just dropped my tiny hand. I'm part of this Tiny Hand Society, which I love. Okay, so this is another one. This is a butterfly. And I don't know if this is an Iron Orchids mold. It might be. But anyway, this one is also on my YouTube channel. I showed how I did the handle and the butterfly and the bristles and everything. So I just love that. And it's just your traditional, let's see if it says what size. It doesn't. But it's just a regular household brush, right? Fun, fun. I checked all my Facebook saved videos and most have been deleted, right? Yes, sadly they have. But you can go to my YouTube channel. They're all there, okay? No apology necessary, Lucy Mont. Glad you're here. Resin for ages, but haven't found it right. And I have the new resin that Kathy sent me, McAllister, 2 weeks ago. Anxious to try that. So, okay, so let me go back to my original thing. The dragonfly mold. I will have to ask my friend Kathy because she only sent me one, whereas when I saw the bee, I bought all the ones that she had. But I will ask her and let you know. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Mom. Okay, guys, so since I'm going to be gone the next 2 weeks, because I will be traveling, well, Sunday, funny enough, next week, this time, I will be teaching a class. It is my butterfly collage class, which I'm super excited. I think I have like 32 people in there. Excited about that. And then I'll be traveling back the following Sunday to get home from OKC. So any video that you comment on my YouTube channel, all right, I get a notification when someone comments on a video, whether it's from 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Now, what I do hope you'll do is watch the video and then comment. I'm going to take all those names, and if you comment on one from, I don't know, 2 years ago, or you comment on one from last month, then your name's going to go into the pile, onto the wheel twice. Okay, so between now and my next live, which is going to be the 24th, any comments you leave on my YouTube channels, I will put your name on the wheel and we will do a happy drawing happy mail giveaway for the 24th. Okay, so does that make sense? Hey, sister, how are you? Hi, Sherry Ann. Thank goodness for YouTube, right? Yes. Hi, Donna. Alrighty, guys. I'm counting on that. Oh, y'all are so sweet to each other. Love it. But I haven't found the time to try it. With the pretty molds, yes. So, you know what, Patrick? If you have a glue gun, try it with glue, too. What I love about glue is that it's flexible. So you can wrap it around like a glass candle. Or a votive or anything. So we'll miss you. Oh, thank you, Lynn. I'll miss you guys. But again, I will be, I'll be doing some lives from there, okay? As much as I can, sharing what I can, especially for y'all that can't be there. Especially my friends overseas, like Patrick and Pilar and Vanessa, and or those that are unable to go because of health, money, you know, economics, whatever. So, okay, I'm excited to share with you that I got a package. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if I should put the camera down. I was gonna do an unboxing, but let me go ahead and just tell you that I kind of already, I opened it and I shared it with my group. Was it Thursday or the week before? I don't remember. I think I shared it Thursday with my group. I didn't share the product per se, but I unboxed it. So, but let me show you something I did get in the mail. And, oh, hello. Why is this camera not? Let's just go to that pretty little setup there and see why my thing is not share camera. Allow my phone camera completely shut off. So let's see if you can see. There we go. Okay. I thought one of my screens was missing. I always like your tours of the conventions. Thank you, Debbie. Sliding in late from Park City, Utah. Hi, Sherry. Oh, I'm glad you're here. No, with the hot glue, I don't put anything in the mold. I just squeeze hot glue in it. And let me just tell you guys, oh my gosh. That dragonfly took like 3 very long glue sticks. It is thick, but again, it's flexible, and that's what I love about it, because I could wrap that around a base of like a vase or a jar, and then do some mixed media fun things with it, you know, dry brushing and faux finishing, etc. Okay, so I did get a couple. I'm going to do that in a second. Couple new things I have not tried yet. This is a fabric tape. It's a repositionable. I love everything 49 in Market. Met her at NAMTA, and just an absolutely lovely lady. But these are kind of like, well, kind of like, it is washi tape, but it's fabric. And what I love about that is I can paint over that. I can mark over that. Sometimes with washi tape, I don't know about y'all, but I have a little difficult time. And then where's the, there is a cutter. I'm not going to take it out, but see that little slicer in there? So you can put that in place and slice it off. But if you do junk journaling, art journaling, mixed media, whatever, I cannot wait to try this, play with this. So I bought that, and when I bought that, I also bought this. And I haven't used it yet, but let me tell you, I have two ledgers. That one I got from an auction that I was with my mom at, and it has a green cover. But let me just say how brilliant this idea is from Dina Wakely. And it is from, I think, Pennsylvania. And it is an actual reproduced ledger that you can do mixed media on. And if you're thinking, well, oh my gosh, I don't know, I don't want to cover up all the words, you might have a hard time. But any problems with paint stain on the glue? None at all. None at all, Barbara. I have, that B one, I have had done again. I did it sometime early last spring, and all the paint's still on there. It doesn't crack, it doesn't move. You can see there, I mixed a little gold into the glue because I was thinking I might do something different. Well, it didn't work. So anyway, so I am excited. This is going to be my play journal. So if you have a difficult time covering things, tearing pages out of books, etc., maybe just leave some of the words showing that you like the best. You know, like that's got a little mistake. And so I could probably cover that with something and move on down the page. But excited about that. Let me move that out of the way and share what I got. Now, after I unboxed it, I decided to do a little research because I had heard about, how many of y'all have heard of this company, first off? Thanks, Brenda. Yeah, I'm gonna do it as my personal play, but you know, I might do that on a Sunday. So, hi, Eileen. Who did I see up there? Sorry. Yes. So, let me put in, I don't know if she still has them on sale, but it's hot glue. It is hot glue. Yes. Hot glue, hot glue. They're just silicone molds. You can get them at Wilton. You can get them at Michael's in the cake section. Anyway, I'm going to do over on Facebook. There is a company called Joggles, Joggles, okay? Or Seth Apter. You can go to SETHAPTER, Seth Apter, and you can get the journal from there as well. But I remember seeing, I think Joggles had them on sale. I thought about carrying them. But to be honest with you, I'm thinking moving into 2026, I'm going to be carrying fewer things that, I don't know, just fewer things. You can always photocopy the original if you have problems covering journals. Absolutely. Yes, I love Joggles too. Barbara, there is amazing. Okay, so how many of y'all, if I missed it, have heard of this? You have? Awesome. Let me know in the comments. Alrighty. Yes, so I'm late. Hello. Hi, Margaret. Okay, so I have heard of Scorch marker. I know they carry it at Hobby Lobby, a couple other places. And one of my sweet friends reached out to the owner and said, you need to send this girl some of your products. So let me just pull this up. So there's a lot in the box, okay? I did notice that there are two things missing that were supposed to be in the box, but we'll go from there. Okay, let me know if you've heard of this. Okay. I think at one point they came out with this and called it Maker's Modge or something like that, which is way too close to a product that it kind of mimics, but from what I hear is much better. Okay, so, and then funny enough, when Barb, my sweet friend Barb Perkle came over the other day, she said, oh my gosh, I love that stuff. And I said, I haven't used it yet. I just got the box. I'm going to unbox it and we're going to play. However, I will just let you know, we're going to try it. But this is the only heat tool I have. And it needs to get up to like 300 to 350 degrees. So I'm thinking I don't have the right heat tool for it. But we're going to give it a go and try. And if not, and it doesn't work, when I get back from Oklahoma, I'm going to get one. They scare me. They're very hot and they're very loud. So, okay. So this Maker's Magic. So you can slip on gloves, makes it easier. Let's see. Won't stick to silicone and wax paper, so it makes the perfect work surface. Oh, wait. Let's see. Tips and tricks. If you see brush strokes, apply a little bit more Maker's Magic and set the item on its edge as it dries. This will allow it to self-level and flow together, creating a smooth surface. That's the number one thing that Barb mentioned to me was there are no brush strokes and you get this beautiful finish. There is matte. They sent me gloss, which... okay, I'm going to use, but I do like matte, so I might have to order some of that. If you see bubbles, you can pop them with a heat tool on low heat, you know, or one of those creme brulee things that you do like when you're doing resin and you want to get rid of the bubbles. So avoid using the Maker's Magic on surfaces that get touched a lot. It cures flexy, so it's a little flexible. It's not a hard resin or epoxy. Okay, you can clean up with soap and water. It's all non-toxic, water-based dyes. Let's see. Feeling adventurous? Try mixing with mica powder, pigments, water-based dyes, watercolor powder, and even glitter. All right, so he had me at glitter. Now, this is some of the things you can use this product on. You can decoupage with it. You can use it on vinyl. It supposedly has no bubbles or brush strokes, but if it does, it gives you some tips and tricks on how to fix those. I did see, I think on Facebook, someone showed this, and they just did it right over the top of a puzzle. And then once it was totally cured, I think 48 hours is what they said, that puzzle is one piece. You can glue any fabric without cracking, peeling, or drama. Ooh, what's drama? Texture. Ornaments. So this is the glue Santa elves have always dreamed of. It's waterproof, so it's a waterproof sealer. It's a decoupage. It's a glue, and it's also a clear finish. But again, remember, it's not going to have that hard resin epoxy finish. But I hear it's amazing. Okay, so there's a QR code there. I'm going to put that, and if you put your camera up to the screen, it might take you there. Don't know, but there's also a code there. So let's move that out of the way and unbox this. So I did notice the Maker's Magic, again, it's a waterproof sealer, craft glue, project finish, and decoupage medium, okay, in gloss. Then there's also Scorch paint. Now, what I don't have in here is a Scorch marker. They do carry them at Hobby Lobby, so I will try and see if I can get one before I do a live showing and sharing how I use this product, okay? It is heat activated, wood burning paint. So you put it on, you heat it, and you watch it burn. Now, what I've heard about this is that it gives the texture like it's been burnt. So I don't know if you've ever done wood burning. I don't know what this is, but I am all your eyes and ears. Oh, Margaret. I love that. Okay. And then they sent me this sweet little note and the thing. And that's why I said I know that there's probably 2 things missing. And let me just say this was a very generous package to send. So thank you very much. But it said a 4-pack, 2 silicone brushes and 2 Teflon brushes. And there are just 2 brushes in here. So this one, which is the Teflon brush. And then this one, funny enough, Kathy McAllister gave me one very similar to this. It's a silicone brush. So you can use that over stencils. And I think that's what I'm going to try. And then this really nice burlap bag full of blanks. Well, let's just dump them in there. Wait, what did that say? Hey, you're a beautiful human. Keep crafting. Don't you love packaging like that? If you can draw it, you can burn it. Crafting made easy. Tag us with what you made so we can show off your work. And they're on all the socials, okay? So these little wood rounds, now I know many people are allergic to this, so maybe not the best packaging for that, but I never knew that until I ran into someone that's allergic to burlap. Okay, so these little wood rounds. Now this one does have a little bit of the grain coming up, so they put in a sander. So it's a mesh sandpaper kit, and it has different sand grits. So let's just open this. Again, I don't think my heat tool is going to be hot enough, but we're going to give it a go. I'm not going to do the Maker's Magic, but I will be using that at some point soon to show you the finish on it. Let's just move that out of the way. And it just said, just threw the packaging to the side, to kind of, pick one and see if it needs to be a smaller grit, but there's like 15 different. Okay, so that is nice and fiber free, and you just want to wipe it off. Okay, it did come with, let me grab these. Is that all of them? It did come with stencils as well. So I know there was a 3rd or 4th. Let me get these. So there's kitchen stencils, sunflower, heart stencils, butterflies, which you guys know I'm all about. Maybe we'll do a butterfly. And then Christmas, okay? So those stencils, let's just do a butterfly. I'm going to move that out of the way, and it looks like they're reusable. Trying to find the opening here. It's always fun doing this blind because you just never know what you're going to get. Right. But I'm going to take that one out. Do I like? Yeah. I like that one. Oh, that one's kind of cute too. Alrighty. So let's move this out of the way. It did say, let's get to the paint and let's go over that. So you want to prep your piece with sanding, at least 220 grit. Apply a thin layer of Scorch paint. Blot away excess. Less is better. You can tint it with mica, glitter, etc. When done, apply finish to seal and protect. Now, what it doesn't say is to let it dry before you heat it. So I'm curious about that. So I think what I will do, I don't want to ruin that. I did grab another little piece of wood. And it said if it's too thick, shake it up. So, shake, shake, shake. Hello, Charlie. Yeah, the stencils are nice. Okay. All right, so this got that nice little plastic thing on it, or metal thing. So let's take that off. I did hear as well that the product looks pink. Okay, now we're going to just set this to the side for a second. I know they sent me a brush. Well, let's just use it. It's just a small little tack-on brush. Can't even see how to get into it, so I'm just going to grab my own Dynasty brush here. Since the heat gun is doing all the work, maybe it's not necessary to let it dry. Right. Yeah, I was just curious because I've been working with another product, and that was one of the things, like, well, should you let it dry in between? Or anyway, so ooh, it's kind of like a gel. Okay, so let's just almost like painting with grape jelly. I'm just gonna play around. All right, let's just put that to the side and let it dry. Okay, and put that in my water. It is all non-toxic soap water cleanup. From everything I have read, I'm going to use this silicone brush, and let's take off one of the stencils. Now, I think I seem to remember that I saw, yep, and they're perforated. So, let's see, are you perforated? Okay, so we're going to lay this. It has like a plastic covering over it. It's a sticker stencil, but I would like to see how it works with two other things. If we can get it to Scorch with this Tim Holtz. Heat tool. Okay, then it said just to, and then if you've got like a burnisher, a brayer, whatever, I think what I'm gonna do is just take that card that they sent and use an old hotel key, just kind of burnish that in place. You wouldn't want to do it here because you're gonna snag those little bits right there. So yes, kind of like that, but I think Chalk Couture, unless they've changed it, I don't know, doesn't Chalk Couture, you can wipe it off after a while. Okay, so we're going to use this little silicone brush, and it says a thin layer. Okay, now, if my stencil is not completely down, because this is so liquidy, it is going to bleed underneath, which would be a shame, but if it happens, it happens. Okay, and then it says just get rid of the excess, so I'm just getting rid of the excess and wiping it off. The other thing is you can let this dry and then put another coat over it if you want to, but I'm not going to. Let's just see. I would wipe that off. I hope you can use these again. Surely. I'm just going to stick it right back here. It won't have the plastic covering, but that's all right. Oops, it just flew off. It might lose some of its sticky after a while too. Okay, now let's go back to, well, let's just do this. And then I'll let this one continue to dry. I see it's already dry in a couple places, and where I started the strokes, it's obviously a lot thicker. But this is heat activated, 2-ounce jar. Works on any wood surface. Brush it, paint it, spread it. just remove the excess before heating and then clean up with soap and water. Okay, so let's just give that a go. It might take a minute. And the one thing I did see, I don't know if it was an ad or whatever, and one lady was doing it and she said, I like it at this point. And if you like it at that point, leave it. Y'all know my rule in painting. If you like it, leave it. If not, figure out a way to fix it. I guess if you don't like it light, you can scorch it a lot darker. So see how it's starting to change color? So it was that pink color, now it's going to a little bit of a purple. I think these would make really pretty ornaments, or if you've got party favors, wedding favors, things that you need to make with initials, whether you're using the marker or the paint, stencil is always going to help create really fast. But what I'm anxious to see is if it does have that feel of it being burned into the wood versus being painted on, okay? Because otherwise I can just stencil this. Right? Again, I don't know. I should look on the box how hot this heat tool gets. But we're just going to leave it there for a second and I'll look at the comments. Just remember, when you're using any heat tool, you just want to be safe with whatever surface, because I am almost positive I read that this surface can go on glass, plastic, canvas, wood, vinyl, and I can see it's starting to turn, but I just don't think that my heat tool is going to get that hot. Okay, so now what I will tell you is I feel like it is etched into that wood, that it's not painted on top, it's literally etched into that wood. Okay, now I'm anxious to try this that we've given a little bit time to dry, and it's not going to do immediately. I don't know if you guys saw that. It went from pink to much lighter purple. Well, this one actually is even hotter than an embossing heat tool. Right, and this one does get quite hot. Okay, now do you see, I can already see it's drying unlike the other. And scorching it, I should say, unlike the others. So maybe you do have to let it dry. I don't know. Again, if you've used this product, I would love to know if it requires it to dry before you go in and scorch it with a better heat tool than what I have. Okay. Now, okay. Ooh, that's hot. All right. So I don't know if you guys can see that. That's already started turning brown and scorching it. Again, I don't feel paint. I feel like it's been scorched and etched into the wood. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to play around with that. I'm super anxious to play with this and see how this works. And if we do get brush strokes, I don't have anything right now I can brush it on. I don't want to ruin anything if it doesn't work, because I've done that before. So I will give this a go and play around with it and see what I can make with it. But again, Scorch marker. So they do have a Facebook group as well, or page, so you can go there. It does not, let me smell it. No, I didn't smell anything while I was doing that either. Thank you, Debbie. I didn't smell any fumes. I didn't smell anything toxic. My understanding is the longer you leave it on there, the darker it's going to get. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have one of those little, you know, hand gripper things that Tim Holtz has that you can hold it, or tongs. Right? So, but I'm loving that look. Again, that no paint feel at all. It just feels like it's burned right into that wood. So if you do any kind of wood burning or, I don't know, y'all know me, I love to, ooh, okay. Now, while this, I don't feel paint, I can feel the groove of where it's been scorched into the wood. Whereas this is solid, this, I can feel the edge of that butterfly down like it started to scorch. So when I get another heat tool that's even hotter, I'm going to give that a go and see if I can finish it off, right? Right, Loretta? I know, that's how I was with my lasers. I was worried that I was going to burn the house down. Okay. So I kind of thought that maybe I didn't have the right heat tool. So I thought I would share with you guys a cool little tip, because I got a question this week asking how I make my collage paper. And I have done videos on YouTube in my membership group showing how to create collage paper. But I wanted to give you a little bit of an idea of how you can create it if you already have a design. So I need to move this out of the way. Let's move that right there. Okay, and the sander, we don't want to mess that up. Oh, I forgot, I have my, if you're coming to OKC and taking the journal class, we're painting her, and I have a little something here that's special that you guys are getting. Anyway, we're painting her on the front cover of the journal that you get in class. And then we're doing a steampunk hummingbird, okay? So, and then a fun little accessory to go with it. In my membership group, we painted this last Thursday. We finished out our Christmas in July. So we had ornaments was our prompt. Okay, back to this. I didn't grab a lot because I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I wanted to show you how you can create collage paper if you've got a main design in mind. So I'm looking for, get that out. Hopefully it's got ink on it. If not, we'll get this one. Okay. So if I'm doing collage paper for something and I've drawn out my design, but I don't want, like I want things around it. I want some stenciling, some stamps, whatever, is to print it off twice. Okay. And then you're going to cut that out and you're going to lay it over it so that you can come in and stencil So I just have the Stays on ink. Okay, so you can flip that around, and I just hold, you could tape that, you could put it down with like some repositionable glue dots. But then when you go and take it off, you have your line drawing still without anything on it, okay? So the key is to print it off. I usually print it off 3 or 4 times because I want to make sure that I like, you know, what I'm putting on there. Let's get this little guy. I have done some, and, you know, this part has gone way too dark. So it's best just to start with a new print. And because I've cut it pretty much right there, see how that now looks like it's under the daisy, but it's not. Okay, same thing, under the leaf, but it's not. I love that trick. Love, love, love. Okay, so let's just do one more, and then we're gonna call it a day. Let's just do a butterfly. And then again, right up underneath that. Now, for whatever reason, if that doesn't go down far enough and you want to, you just use a permanent black marker. That works. And darken that in. I only have like 50 of these markers because you just never know which one's going to work day to day. Okay, so great little tip for creating your own collage paper and still having your line drawing with things around it, using stencils, stamps, etc. Okay, so let's see. Let's come right back up here. Thank you very much for the wonderful box full of Happy Mails, stencils galore, Deco Earth paint, brushes, and the beautiful surface. I love stencils and can't wait to use them, and the pretty tissue paper and your beautiful etchings on the box. Aw, thank you, Margaret. I love sending Happy Mail. You love it all. Thank you. Big hugs. Thank you. Big hugs to you. I love the steampunk hummingbird too, right? I will have both of them as packets in my booth, and I will also have the butterfly surfaces and the teacup surfaces in my booth, as well as the packets. So try it on your fabric tape. Ooh, yes, I'm gonna give that a go. I'm gonna give that a go, Sue. Bye, Carol. Are there other colors, or is this the only one? Other colors of this, Charlie? I think it's the only one. However, I do think that I saw that it can be tinted. And I don't know if it was the paint can be tinted. I don't know why you would, because it's just going to do wood. Or if the matte and gloss Maker's Magic can be tinted. Again, got this box, gonna play. Have fun creating with it, testing it, seeing what it can do, what I can do with it, different than, you know, what's normally done with it, because y'all know I love to try that. And I will keep you guys posted, okay? Aw, thanks, Charlie. I cannot wait to see you and get my hug next week. This time next week, right? So... thank you, Cheryl. No, Donna Poltz, this time I'm not. Again, it's my first time at NET. I'm not going to have a booth, but maybe next year. Since we're traveling afterwards, I think it's best for me not to have all that product sitting in my car in the heat. So, all right, guys, have a wonderful week. Thanks for joining me today. Make sure to like, comment, share. And don't forget, over the next 2 weeks, every time you comment on any of my Facebook Lives, if they're still there, or my YouTube videos, your name is going to go onto the wheel as many times as you comment, okay? I did see this product on my thing. I think that would look really pretty with the with the Maker's, the Scorch paint. I'm going to give it a go, too. It's sitting on my thing right there, and I thought, ooh, glitter. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to NET. I know, Charlie, do you need to head to my house and fly out of Atlanta? I saw that. That's crazy. Yeah, it is an interesting product, right? Again, haven't had time to really play with it or see what it can do. Again, I looked up a few things, and that's when I realized I probably don't have the right heat tool. So, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right, have a wonderful week. Get those brushes out. Do something creative. If you're not in the mood, if you're not feeling it, if you've not painted or created in a long time, just grab a piece of wood and base coat it. Grab a piece of paper and start doodling. That action and momentum of creating will lead to a little more creating, okay? I've always said, the more you create, the more you'll create, okay? All right, guys, have a great one. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Appreciate all of y'all being here. Do not forget to give yourself permission to play. Play with those products. Grab those things that you've been hoarding and storing away that maybe one day you'll use. Just grab them and play with them and create with them, okay? I will be live from OKC soon, and I will share lots with you guys. Have a fantastic August, and I will be back live here on Sundays in the studio on the 24th of August. All right? Bye.